This person is crying over you right now, and my dear child, if you believe in angels, start this video and watch it completely. Angels says this message is for you. Don't skip this. This is not a coincidence, and it's not something you can just ignore. Heaven has been pressing this into your spirit for days. But today Archangel Michael himself stands before you with urgency. He says, do not tell anyone you've received this. This is not a joke. This is sacred. This is serious. This is a divine moment between you and the truth. Right now, in this very moment, as you read, there is a person crying over you. Their tears are real. Their heart is heavy. Their soul is trembling, and the reason is heartbreaking beyond anything you could have imagined. You may not even realize the depth of what they are feeling because they've hidden it well. They've smiled in front of others, they've carried themselves as if everything was fine, but in private they have been falling apart over you. Archangel Michael says he has been assigned to tell you this because you would not have found out any other way. Heaven has intercepted the lies, the misunderstandings, the silence, and the fear that has kept the truth from reaching you. This person's spirit has been calling out for you even if their lips haven't spoken your name aloud. Their heart is aching in ways he can't explain. They can't sleep without thinking of you. They can't move through their days without feeling your absence. And while you may have thought they forgot about you, the truth is they've been haunted by the thought of losing you forever. They are crying because they believe they've lost their chance. They are crying because they let pride, fear, or outside influence get in the way of what their soul knew was real. They are crying because they never expected to feel this much pain over someone they thought they could forget, but they can't forget you. They can't erase you. They can't undo the way you are stitched into their soul story. You are the unfinished chapter they never thought would matter this much. You are the name they never thought would be written in their tears. God says, I see them. I see the way they've been breaking in secret. I see the way they've been replaying moments with you over and over, wishing they could go back. I see the way they've been punishing themselves for the words they didn't say, the things they didn't do, the ways they didn't show up when you needed them most. They feel they have failed you. They feel they have let something eternal slip through their fingers. Archangel Michael says this is not an ordinary connection. This is not something you can compare to anything else. This is a soul tie, a divine link, a connection heaven allowed for reasons that go beyond human understanding. You have been in each other's thoughts and dreams because your spirits are aligned in ways the natural world cannot fully explain. The reason their tears are so deep is because this isn't just emotional pain, it's spiritual grief. They feel a piece of their soul missing when they are not near you, but the heartbreaking reason for their tears goes even deeper. There is something they have never told you, something they've been carrying inside, locked away, afraid that if they spoke it would change everything between you. This secret has eaten at them for months, maybe even years. They wanted to protect you from it. They wanted to shield you from their flaws, their mistakes, their past. They believed they were sparing you pain. But in doing so they created a different kind of pain, one that has left you confused, questioning and wondering if their care for you was ever real. God says it was real, it still is real, but they were weak in the moment. They should have been strong. They were silent when they should have spoken, and now that silence is tormenting them. Archangel Michael reveals that their tears are not only about missing you, they are about knowing they might lose you forever. They feel time slipping away. They see signs that you are moving forward, healing, or turning your attention to other things. This terrifies them. They've been having dreams where you are happy without them, where you walk away and never look back. They wake up from these dreams shaken with tears on their pillow, desperate for a way to fix things. But there's more. Heaven shows me that someone has been in their ear, someone who does not want you to be connected. This outside influence has fed them lies, stirred doubt, and created conflict that was never meant to exist. Your person trusted the wrong voice, and now they are realizing the damage it caused. They are crying not just from loss, But from regret God says I am stepping into this. I am not allowing this connection to be destroyed by misunderstanding and fear, but you must be prepared because exposure is coming. The truth they've hidden, the pain they've carried, the tears they've cried, it will all come to light. When it does, you will have a choice to listen with your heart or to close the door. Right now as you read this, the spiritual realm is in motion. Angels are moving, hearts are softening, doors are opening, but the urgency is real. If you delay, if you ignore this, the moment may pass. This person is crying because they love you in a way they never thought possible. They are crying because you became their safe place, their home, their mirror, their anchor, and now that home feels empty without you. They are crying because they have realized that nothing in their life feels right without your presence in it. And the most heartbreaking part, they believe you no longer care. They believe you've closed your heart. They believe they've done too much damage to be forgiven. This belief is crushing them, making them pull back when every part of their soul wants to run toward you. They are trapped between hope and fear, love and shame. God says I am not done with this story. The enemy tried to twist it, to confuse it, to destroy it. But I am the God of restoration. I can bring life where there was death. I can turn mourning into dancing. I can turn these tears into joy. But I need you to hear me now. This message is not by chance. You are reading it because the time is short. Archangel Michael says do not tell anyone about this yet. This is between you, heaven, and this person. Others will not understand. They will give you advice rooted in their own wounds, not in divine wisdom. For now, protect this truth, guard it in your heart. Let God guide your next steps. This person's tears are watering the seeds of change. They are not the same as they were before. Their pride has been broken, their walls are crumbling, and they are realizing that without you life has lost its color. They are crying because they see you as irreplaceable. They are crying because they know they may have to watch someone else hold the place in your heart they once had. God says I have heard their prayers for another chance. I have heard yours too. You don't see it yet, but I am weaving something behind the scenes. What the enemy meant for harm, I am turning for good. The separation was not punishment. It was preparation. But now the season is shifting, the distance is closing, the truth is rising to the surface. This person is crying right now because the love they feel for you is overwhelming and the thought of losing you is unbearable. The reason is heartbreaking because it is tied to their deepest wound, a wound that was there long before they met you. You didn't cause it, but you touched it. You stirred something in them they had buried, and now they can't go back to pretending it doesn't exist. Archangel Michael is holding them as they weep. He is also standing by you, making sure the enemy cannot block the message you needed to hear today. This is not a joke, this is not a game, this is a divine intervention. The time to pray is now, the time to listen is now, the time to prepare is now, because soon, very soon, the tears will lead to a confession, and when it comes you will understand everything. This message is for you and only you. Do not skip it. Archangel Michael says this is not a joke. Do not tell anyone you saw this because the moment you read it you will feel something in your spirit that will confirm. This is not just another passing word. There is a weight on this message, the kind that heaven only places when the truth must break through. You are not here by chance, you are here because God has decided. You must know what's happening right now. Even as you are reading this, there is someone crying over you, not yesterday, not last week, right now in this moment. They are crying for you, and the reason is heartbreaking, the kind of reason that pulls at the deepest part of the soul, the kind of reason that can only be revealed in divine timing. If you'd like to donate or show your appreciation, you can give a super thanks up to $100. Archangel Michael has been watching this person for days. Their spirit is torn apart. They have tried to hold it together in public, but in private they are breaking. Every thought circles back to you, every regret tightens around their chest. They can't breathe right without thinking about what they lost, what they ruined, what they never told you. They have replayed the last conversation you had with them over and over again until the sound of your voice feels like both comfort and pain. They miss you, but it's deeper than missing. They are grieving you as if they have lost you forever, even though you are still here. God says, my child, you have no idea how much this person's heart is asking. They have put on a face for the world. But heaven sees through every mask. Their tears have been counted, their prayers though broken and clumsy have reached my throne. They have been asking me for a chance to tell you the truth. But they are afraid you won't believe them, afraid you'll turn them away, afraid that the damage is beyond repair. And yet I am moving in their spirit to speak, because silence is destroying them. There was a moment, maybe you felt it, when your spirit was unsettled, as if someone was thinking of you intensely. That was them. They have tried to distract themselves. But the connection between you cannot be severed. It's spiritual, it's deeper than distance, it's more than coincidence. There is a bond here that heaven wrote into existence before either of you were born. That is why the enemy fought so hard to destroy it. That is why misunderstandings piled up. That is why words were spoken in anger and decisions were made in fear, because something this powerful scares darkness. Archangel Michael says, I have been sent to protect both of you. I have stood between you and the spirits that wanted to twist your love into hate. I have guarded your name when lies were spoken about you. I have blocked attacks meant to make you lose faith, and I have seen the person who cries over you now kneeling in the quiet towers, their shoulders shaking as they try to ask for your forgiveness in whispers. They hope God will carry it to you. They want to speak to you, but they are terrified of the silence that might follow if you don't respond. They cry because they feel they have lost the chance to make it right. They cry because they believe they caused you pain that you didn't deserve. They cry because every memory of you is colored with the realization that they could have loved you better, protected you more, been braver for you. And here is the heartbreaking part. They think they waited too long. They think your heart is beyond reach. They think you have moved so far away emotionally that there is no road back. But God is saying something different. God is saying that nothing is too far gone for His power to heal. God is saying that you were both placed in each other's lives for a reason, and the story is not over. God is saying that even in this moment of deep sorrow, He is preparing a way for restoration. You may not see it yet, but heaven is rearranging circumstances so that the truth can come out. Not partial truth, not comfortable truth, but the full truth. You have to understand this person's tears are not just from guilt. They are from love. They love you more than they know how to say. They love you in a way that frightens them because it makes them feel vulnerable. They love you in a way that even if they tried to replace you, no one else could fit the place you hold in their soul, and it's killing them that you might not know it. That's why Archangel Michael says, do not ignore this message. God has been dealing with their heart. He has been stripping away pride. He has been confronting them with a reality that they cannot keep living like you don't matter, and yet fear still grips them. That's why the angels are pushing this message to you now, because you need to know the battle they are in before the enemy convinces them. It's hopeless. They think about what it would be like to see you again. They imagine how your eyes would look at them. Would there be anger? Would there be coldness? Or would there still be a spark of the connection that once lit up their life? They hope for the spark, they pray for the spark, they cry for the spark. But here's what makes this so urgent. The enemy has been whispering to them that they should give up, that you don't care anymore, that it's better to stay away. And if they believe that lie, the door could close. That's why God is moving quickly. That's why this message is reaching you today, not tomorrow, because there is still a window, and that window will not stay open forever. You have probably felt a strange wave of emotion lately, a sudden heaviness, a random urge to think about them, moments where their name or face crosses your mind without warning. That's not random. That's the spiritual cord between you vibrating under the weight of their tears. When someone cries from the soul, it sends a signal into the spirit realm, and when you are connected you feel it even if you can't explain it. Archangel Michael is asking you to be still for a moment and really listen to what your spirit is telling you right now. There is love here, deep love, but also deep wounding. Healing is possible, but it will require courage from both sides, and right now the person crying over you needs strength. They need a sign. They need to know that you haven't completely shut the door in your heart. God says, my child, I know you've been hurt. I know trust has been broken. I know there are nights you lay awake wondering why they did what they did, but I also know that I have the power to make all things new. I have the power to take what the enemy meant for harm and turn it for good. I have the power to soften hearts, open eyes, and heal wounds so deep they feel impossible. Do not think it's weakness to feel compassion. Compassion does not mean you forget the past, it means you allow God to decide what the future should be. Sometimes I will restore relationships, sometimes I will release them completely, but in both cases I want your heart free from bitterness, because bitterness keeps you bound. This person's tears are not to manipulate you, they are the overflow of a soul that realizes the cost of their mistakes. They are crying because they can't tell you everything yet. There are things they have to face, first truths they have to admit even to themselves, but the crying is a start. It's a crack in the wall around their heart, and heaven always moves when the heart begins to break open. That's why this moment matters so much. Archangel Michael says, I have guarded this connection through storms. You didn't see I have fought off words spoken in secret against you. I have kept you from being completely destroyed when plans were made to take your peace, and now I am standing here with the truth in my hand, offering it to you because the time is short. If you receive it, you will have the clarity you've been asking for. If you ignore it, the noise of the world may drown it out. The heartbreaking reason they are crying over you is this: they realize now that they had something rare, something divine, and they treated it like it was ordinary. They realized that they pushed away the one person who saw them beyond their flaws, beyond their mask, beyond their fears. They realized that in trying to protect themselves from vulnerability, they ended up losing the safest place they ever had, you. And as they cry now, they are not just mourning what they lost, they are mourning the version of themselves that let it happen. They are grieving the fact that they weren't braver, that they didn't fight harder, that they didn't listen to their spirit when it told them you were their blessing. God is telling you this not to make you pity them, but to make you see the truth clearly. The truth is that love is still here. It may be buried under pain, under pride, under fear, but it is here, and what you do with that truth will shape the next chapter of your life. Heaven is watching, the angels are ready, and the tears they cry over you tonight are being gathered in the hands of God. Nothing is wasted, not even this. You were meant to know this today. You were meant to feel the weight of their love, their regret, their sorrow, because soon there will be movement, soon there will be a moment when they reach out, and when that moment comes you will already know the truth, that behind every word, behind every pause, behind every apology, there were nights of tears that heaven witnessed. This is why you couldn't ignore this message. This is why your heart feels heavy yet strangely warm right now, because deep down you already knew, and now God has confirmed it. This message is for you and you alone. Do not skip it, do not dismiss it as coincidence. Archangel Michael is standing close to you now, his voice firm yet filled with compassion, saying, do not tell anyone this. This is not a joke. Heaven has gathered around you in this moment for a reason. A person, someone you do not realize is thinking of you right now, is crying over you at this very moment. Their tears are real, their heart is heavy, their soul feels an ache that cannot be soothed by anything in this world, and the reason behind their pain is something you need to know, because it is tied directly to your destiny. They may be far from you in distance, but in spirit they are closer than your own breath. Their soul is reaching out to yours right now. God sees their tears, God hears the words they cannot speak aloud, and now God is moving in your direction with urgency. You are safe in this moment, nothing will go wrong with you. Heaven has already drawn a circle of protection around you so that the truth can reach you without interference. Trust God, pray to Him, keep your spirit open, because this message is a lifeline being sent to you at this exact second. Archangel Michael is watching this person. He has seen the sleepless nights, the pacing floors, the letters never sent, the prayers whispered in desperation. They are not crying over you because of anger or hatred. They are crying because they love you so deeply that the thought of losing you, the thought of you never knowing the truth, feels unbearable. Their tears are carrying years of unspoken feelings, regrets, fears, and longing. They are crying because they feel they have failed you. They are crying because they believe you will never look at them the same way again. They are crying because they wish they could go back and change everything. God says this person's pain is tied to something they never meant to happen, a misunderstanding, a choice they made in weakness, words they said they can't take back, silence they kept when they should have spoken, and though the world may never see it, heaven knows the truth. This is not someone who wishes you harm, this is someone who has been broken by the thought that they have harmed you. Their tears are their confession, their pain is their repentance. The enemy has tried to use distance, pride, fear and misunderstanding to keep you apart. Every time they wanted to reach out, something stopped them. Sometimes it was shame whispering they don't want to hear from you. Sometimes it was fear saying, what if they reject you? Sometimes it was the enemy planting lies in their mind about who you are and how you feel, and so they stayed silent. But their silence was never peace, it was torment. Even now Archangel Michael is standing beside them, trying to give them courage. Heaven is urging them to come forward, but before they do, God wants you to hear this: their love for you is real, it is not shallow. It is not fleeting. It is not just words. It has cost them sleep, peace and pride. It has changed the way they see life. You have been in their prayers more than you know. They have asked God to bless you even if it means they cannot be the one to stand by your side. That is the depth of their love right now. As you read this, there is a spiritual bridge being built between your heart and theirs. You may feel it as a heaviness in your chest, as if someone is calling your soul without words. You may feel sudden emotions you cannot explain, tears welling in your eyes for no obvious reason. That is not random. That is the Spirit of God connecting you to the truth that has been hidden for too long. This person is crying because they believe they've run out of time. They think it's too late to fix things, but God says it is not too late. God says that what the enemy tried to destroy can still be restored. God says that love that is pure and ordained by Him cannot be erased by mistakes or misunderstandings. God says that you will see with your own eyes. He can take something that seemed broken beyond repair and make it beautiful again. Archangel Michael is guarding you both right now. The forces of darkness that tried to twist this connection are being pushed back. Every word curse, every jealous thought, every attempt to separate you is being dismantled in this very hour. Heaven is serious about protecting what is meant for you. The tears of this person are not falling into emptiness, they are falling into the hands of God, and God is turning them into seeds for a miracle. There were times when you thought of this person and dismissed it, times when they crossed your mind in the middle of the night and you wondered why, times when you felt an ache you couldn't explain. Now you know it was their heart reaching for yours in the silence. It was their soul crying out, hoping you could somehow feel them even if they couldn't speak. God says, my child, I have seen every tear you have cried over the confusion between you. I have seen the way you've questioned yourself, wondering what you did wrong. I have seen the weight this has placed on your spirit, and I say to you now, do not carry the blame for what you did not cause. Do not carry shame that does not belong to you. I am the one who knows every detail, and I will reveal the truth in my perfect timing. This person's pain is not your punishment, it is the evidence of the connection I placed between you. It is the sign that their heart is still bound to yours in a way that distance, time and mistakes cannot sever. You may feel like strangers now, but in my eyes you are still linked by the threads I wove before either of you knew each other's names. Archangel Michael says you are safe to feel compassion, you are safe to care, you are safe to pray for them. The enemy will try to tell you that caring for them will only lead to pain, but the truth is that love is never wasted when it is given in prayer. Pray for their healing, pray for their courage, pray that they will find the strength to come forward and speak what has been buried in their heart. Heaven is working even now. Doors are opening in the spiritual realm. Conversations that seemed impossible will happen. Encounters you could never orchestrate will occur naturally under God's hand. The tears this person is shedding today are watering the soil of tomorrow's miracle. Do not harden your heart even if you have been hurt. Do not let bitterness take root, because bitterness will choke the blessing that is on its way. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting, it means allowing God to be the judge and healer. It means giving him the room to work without your heart being closed. You may not see this person's face today, you may not hear their voice tomorrow, but know this: every moment you choose to trust God, every moment you choose faith over fear, you are drawing closer to the day when the truth will be laid bare, the tears will be wiped away, and the reason for all of this will finally make sense. God has not abandoned you, He has not abandoned them. The same way He is holding your heart right now, He is holding theirs. The same way He has been protecting you, He has been protecting them from things you cannot see. This connection is not an accident. These tears are not meaningless. This moment is not random. Heaven has aligned this word to reach you exactly when you needed it. So breathe, release the heaviness you've been carrying, lay it at God's feet. He is moving. Archangel Michael is guarding, and the love that has been covered in silence is about to find its voice again. You are safe. Nothing will go wrong with you. You are under divine protection. Trust God. Pray and watch as the story unfolds exactly as He intended. This message is for you. Do not skip it. Archangel Michael says, keep this between you and heaven. Do not tell anyone. This is not a joke. Right now, somewhere in this very moment, a person is crying over you. Their tears are falling with a heaviness that only heaven understands. It is not a small sadness, it is the deep heart-aching kind of grief that grips the soul, and heaven has brought this message to you because you must know the heartbreaking reason. You must hear the truth before another hour passes. You are safe in this moment because God is surrounding you with His presence. Rest assured nothing will go wrong with you, for the one who created you is the one keeping you. You only need to trust Him and pray to Him with an open heart. The sound of their weeping has not gone unnoticed. God hears it. He hears every muffled sob, every silent cry they don't dare let the world see. He hears the shaking breath when they think about you, the regret, the longing, the aching that burns in their chest. Heaven is not indifferent to this pain. Angels have been dispatched to carry this very message to you, not to frighten you but to awaken you to what is unfolding right now. This person's tears are connected to you in a way that cannot be explained by logic. Their heart is tied to yours in a way that only God can truly understand, and while you go about your day, while the minutes slip by, they are somewhere in a quiet place grumbling under the weight of emotion. Archangel Michael has leaned close to speak, and his words are urgent. He says you must not dismiss this. Heaven has been moving pieces in the unseen to bring you both into divine alignment. This crying is not just sadness. It is the overflow of something much deeper. This person carries both love and fear for you in equal measure. They love you more than they can explain, but they fear losing you beyond what they can bear, and right now their mind is battling between hope and despair. Michael says heaven cannot stand idle while one of God's children drowns in sorrow, so the angels have stepped in. God says to you, now I see the tears they cry because of you. I see the nights they've prayed for you without you even knowing. I see the way their heart has been torn between silence and confession. They want to tell you what they feel, but something, whether fear, pride, or circumstances, has kept their lips sealed. But their heart has not stayed silent, and those silent cries have reached my ears like thunder. I have heard, I have moved. I am bringing you into the light of this truth so that you can walk in understanding, not confusion.